Welcome to today's edition from my Thinking Corner series. And today I'm going to be working on a topic I have captioned the dangers of procrastination. A couple of you have liked my videos, shared my videos, and of course, subscribed to my channels. And I'll be so glad, I'll be super excited if many more can like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel as well. The dangers of procrastination. When I began this series some weeks back, I first treated a very important topic on the two most important days in a man's life. I observed that these two most important days in our lives are the very day we are born and the very day we die. I stated that no one person has any control whatsoever over these 2 days. Nobody knows when it will occur. It takes others to celebrate our entry into this world, which of course you know is very true. The very day we are born, neighbors, friends of our parents, they all gather together to celebrate our birth. And in like manner, it will take others to mourn our exit from here. By nature, we are not designed to live forever. With the passage of time, your body grows weak and frail, and if you're fortunate, you can fulfill your days and realize your vision or your dream. Otherwise, you may end up exiting before your time, in which case you will not be able to fulfill your dream or your vision. The gospel truth is that just anything is capable of cutting short our life here on earth. Anything. In Western world, sometimes you have earthquake, sometimes you have fire outbreaks like we do have every summer in Portugal. Sometimes you have terrorism. Well, you have kidnapping in the undeveloped countries and armed robbery attacks as well, accidents, plane crashes. Just anything is capable of causing uh, us giving up our life much earlier than originally designed by God, including conflicts and wars. Of course, we have a lot of hotspots almost everywhere in the world. So it's just anything. And the unfortunate situation is that we don't even know when this will happen, when we will die. Once you're born, you don't know where you're going. And coupled with this procrastination habit, which is bedeviling almost everybody, so many people world over, it has meant that so many of us have died of, or yes, without fulfilling our dreams. And this is why they say the cemetery is the richest place here on earth, carrying with it a great many visions and dreams unfulfilled. But think about this. No matter the number of gas leaker accidents recorded on our roads, cars will not stop plying the roads and people will not stop driving. Notice that the very fact that a plane just crashed would not stop the very next plane on the tarmac from taking off. That a ship capsizes and everybody in it drowns would not stop the next ship from setting sail. Of course, if it could stop the next ship from setting sail, a lot of African migrants from Libya would since have stopped taking the risks they take to get to Europe by sea. In my other edition, I tried unmasking the concept of vision or dream. I explained the meaning of vision and emphasized on the importance of following through to our dreams. Next, I discussed on the greatest vision killer. I pointed out some factors that could militate or undermine the full realization or fulfillment of our dreams. And even though there exist so many forces to contend with, yet I said the greatest vision killer is you. I emphasize that it is you and you alone that can stop yourself from fulfilling your God's given dream. No one else can. While there are external resistances to our dreams, internal resistances, in my view, are most worrisome. External resistances can only succeed if you cave in. But if you stand your ground, remain focused on your vision, keep your eyes fixed to that dream, I can guarantee you will succeed. The much it can do is to take longer time, but it will surely come to pass. And besides you being your greatest vision killer, I mentioned procrastination as one of the forces we all have to contend with on our journey to our dream. But what do you understand by procrastination? Without consulting the dictionary, I see procrastination to imply the delaying of an action for another time or day, which may never come. So, what makes you think today may not be your last day here on earth? Whoever knows tomorrow? Great many of us have been deceived into thinking that we have endless supplies of tomorrows. And this is most untrue. We don't have endless supplies of tomorrows. And it's because of this, our deceitful thinking, that we miss out on opportunities. These are reasons why we fail to grab chances as they open up, and reasons why we are unable to discern the time. But how can you have an endless supply of tomorrow when you do not even have control of your next minute? Do you not know that time is golden? That any time lost now can never ever be recovered again. And just as it is impossible to bring back 2018, so will it be impossible to return 2019 when its time is off. Your yesterday is gone forever, and your tomorrow is most uncertain. In between your yesterday and your tomorrow is your today. And interconnecting your yesterday, your today, and your tomorrow is time, the most expensive thing on earth. Not even your millions of dollars, of pounds, of Dutch marks, of yen can buy time. Each one of us holds a mandatory account with time. So it doesn't matter your status, your social status, your birthplace, where the country you come from. Every single person here on earth has a mandatory account with time. This is much unlike our traditional banking system, where you need a certain amount of money to open a bank account. In Portugal, if you don't have 250 euro to 500 euro and above, you are most incapable of opening a bank account. So that means if you only can afford 50 euro, sorry, no account for you. That is true. So, but as far as account with time is concerned, you are poor is immaterial. You are rich is immaterial. You are a president, you are a senator, you are a minister, you are a king, a PhD researcher like me, whichever title you think you hold, it is immaterial. You run this mandatory account with time. So, rather than you having to deposit to be credited, as it is usual with our traditional banking system, time in its magnanimity and generosity credits each one of us on daily basis with 24 hours, 1,440 minutes, equivalents of 86,400 seconds. Time does not permit any balance for your tomorrow. It writes off at the end of each day any unused deposit, and overdraft is not available, unfortunately. So I ask you this question today: How much of your time is wisely invested each day? And how much of it is lost to frivolities and trivialities? Procrastination or delay could be quite costly. If you ever want to wait for when it is most convenient, such a time may never ever come. And I want to use my research at the moment as a typical example of this. In 2016, when I opted to come for my PhD, I honestly didn't have all the funds I needed to proceed. I didn't have any scholarship, and I talked to myself, and I said, well, I think the best thing to do is just to start from 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 whatever I have. Start with it and then make progress. And I think whether I like it or not, I'm making progress. Even though it's been extremely difficult, extremely challenging, yet I know I am making progress, and I know I am working towards it gradually and steadily. And I know one day, very, very soon, sooner than I can ever think or imagine, my doctorate degree certificate will be placed in my hands. It doesn't matter what the devil thinks about it. In the wise words of Arthur Ashe, start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. George Herbert puts it this way: start where you stand and work with whatever tools you may have at your hand or at your command. Better tools will be found as you go along. According to L. Nightingale, we become what we think about. And to Buddha, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. My friend, if you can dream it, then you can do it. As it is often said, do not ask God to guide your footsteps if you are not willing to move your feet. And with these wise words, I hope I have once again been able to challenge and motivate you into action. Time does not wait for anyone. The clock keeps ticking away by the seconds. Think wisely, invest your time wisely, take a step, and you'll be surprised at where time will land you. Take note of this. The road to your dreams will not always be easy to navigate. Sometimes dotted with mountains to climb, obstacles to overcome, and hard, mind-numbing times that will make you feel like quitting. Just remember this: if you get lost along the way, anything worth having does not come easy. So don't turn back around. Don't give up. In the words of Thomas Carlyle, every noble work is at first impossible. And I want to repeat this again. Every noble work is at first impossible. According to Josiah Gilbert Holland, there is no royal road to anything. One thing at a time, all things in succession. That which grows fast withers as rapidly. That which grows slowly endures. And for the mortal flesh, there can never ever be an endless supply of tomorrow. Take note of this. We can never ever have endless supply of tomorrow. Be not deceived. Wake up from your slumber. Make haste while the sun still shines. And peradventure your dream is too big. Break it down into bits and begin with baby steps. And here ends our today's edition on the dangers of procrastination. Again, if you have been moved into action, if you have been motivated and challenged these few minutes, why not like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Once again, my name is Sonny Zuriks, as in SUNNYZURIKS. So, until I come your way again, this time next week, be good. God bless you.